Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Torin here with another Warhammer Total War live battlecast. So again, another entry in our live series here, and it should be fun as I'm facing off against the Beastmen. So again, just kind of on a gyrocopter kick here, and been having a good time, guys. So let's see here. So let's go put some Dwarf Warriors in the wings here and here. And I'll give you guys a quick rundown of my strategy, and I think this format's a little better for the games because you guys aren't going to have to sit through that long menu in the beginning, and at the same time, you're still going to kind of see the science behind setting all these troops up. So just my 2 cents here, so let's see how it plays out for me. Get some Slayers back here, Slayers here, and then we got 3 gyrocopters to shoot down those nasty Gorbals. So as far as my army composition goes, guys, I have a front line of Longbeards. These guys are really, really good front line. High combat stats, and of course they're superior to the Dwarf Warriors, which I have in the wings, but they should be able to hold off the Beastmen while my gyrocopters and units like that are able to put in the real work. So, and I also have 2 groups of Slayers because Slayers are just so good against Beastmen. Ooh, man, those Cygors are just so good against the Dwarves. So let's go ahead and get those gyrocopters and friggin' punish that thing. I should be able to put it down pretty quickly here. So we'll go ahead and move our army here, posture up the Slayers, keep everything going. Don't want to be sitting still for one moment, and well, that boulder went right past that thing. Oh, man. So it doesn't look like he has any missile troops, which is very, very common for the Beastmen. Although, oh, there's some Ungor Raiders over here. So, but regardless, I'm just going to champ that fire because I need to get that Cygor down. Over the course of a long battle, it'll generate some huge results. So, and it looks like it's just 1 or 2 groups of Ungor Raiders. So I'm going to try and get as much damage as I can, but I might have to pull out, guys. He has a lot of pressure going on here. So let's pull these guys back. Yeah, they're taking some serious losses. If it was just like 1 group, I think I could afford to do that, but what I'm going to just do now is keep the gyrocopters among my army and just have them shoot down at Minotaurs and Gorbals and, you know, other units like that. So let's go ahead and keep advancing, guys. I'm taking some big losses from those boulders he's throwing my way. So definitely unfortunate here, but, you know, can't win them all, guys. Got to just do your best. So it looks like the Ungors are still lurking behind. They're definitely going to be staying back there, I'm guessing. And, you know, not much I can do about that here. So let's go ahead and reform ranks, and we can get these guys engaged on these Minotaurs here, which will be very, very cost effective for me. So unfortunately, I'm just going to engage here. I feel I don't have much of a choice. I kind of have to at this point. I need to get in there and do pretty well. So we can get him here and get the Slayers up as well. And it doesn't look like he has any like heavily armored troops. So I'm just going to try and start getting in here. And I do have these gyrocopters doing some good damage against those Minotaurs. So let's do this. Let's use the damage resistance buffs and make sure to use the Wrath and Rune here. So he is advancing those Ungors. So I'm actually going to pull these Dwarf Warriors up and around and see if I can like get them on. And he does have Minotaurs here, so I'm going to send Slayers and then send the rest of these Slayers on this other group of Minotaurs here. So the Slayers are in a fairly optimal engagement. I definitely can't complain, so I'm going to pull these Copters back to get out of the range of those Ungors, and then I need to get these Dwarf Warriors over there ASAP. That's going to be very, very important. Slayers are engaged, and you can see the Slayers are doing very well. And also these Gyrocopters, they're going to, once they start firing here, they're going to generate some pretty good results. So fortunately, my missile troops are a little tied up, so I'm going to posture them back. And now I got these guys engaged here, which was very, very, very crucial in my opinion. And the Minotaurs are starting to take some good losses because the Slayers are kind of in the mix and are getting some pretty good volleys on them. So I definitely am happy about the way that's going. And you can see the Minotaurs in the back line were essentially cut down by these Gyrocopters. And now that these Dwarf Warriors are over here, if I can get like one more group of these guys through, that would be very nice. So maybe, I think I need the Thane actually. I don't think I can afford to send him over there because these Minotaurs need to go down. They're very strong. They have armor piercing, and it looks like he did have some Chaos Warhounds in the flank, but to be honest, against the Dwarf armor, they're not going to do a whole lot. So let's go ahead and pull these Quarterlers back just a little bit and then have them turn and fire at these Minotaurs here. And maybe if I move these Dwarves over to target that group, they'll be able to do a little bit more. So let's pull these guys back here because they're the ones being focused. Continue to shoot these Minotaurs, and it looks like, yeah, things are going well, guys. The High King's doing good. He's providing a massive buff to all these troops here. And my Slayers are still relatively healthy, so let's go ahead and switch them onto the Gorbal and also have these Copters take out the Gorbal. Gorbals are just such a durable, tough unit, and it looks like the Thane did get back there, so hopefully they can disrupt this group together while my main Dwarven core continues to fight here. And you can see, guys, Gyrocopters are just so good in so many matchups against Empire, against Beastmen, all that type of stuff. So these Quarterlers are doing pretty well. Don't know why he didn't send the Hounds on them, but it's not a problem. I'm very, very fine with that. So now that I won this battle, I'll send those Longbeards over here. And as far as my army goes, it's, you know, he's doing some good damage. I don't have a whole lot left, but I do have some healthy Dwarf Warriors as well as these Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. And these Slayers, thankfully, will fight to the bitter end, essentially. So let's make sure they're on that Gorbal and continue to target that guy. He did use his potion, so now whatever I do to him will stick, essentially. So I got to make sure to be cycling to my runesmith using the buffs here. And I probably want to take out some of his fodder units here with the rune, because when they flee, I'll have pretty much open access, because my slayers are kind of mixed up right now, targeting, you know, fodder units and all that type of stuff. But finally, this freaking guy's starting to go down. Gorbals are just so freaking strong. So it looks like I did chase off his missile line here, which is good. I'm going to continue to chase here. Got to put pressure on him, because if I'm able to get rid of them, then my gyrocopters are going to kind of have free range and do whatever they want. So right now, I should probably send them to deal with that Cygor here, because I feel I have a pretty decent hole here. Okay, so I'm actually going to fly these guys over and do a little bombing run here. So keep these guys chasing. We'll get this guy, fly it over here, and it looks like I should be able to get a bombing run here. And we'll go there. So that... sometimes I feel like it's flashier than it you know, not as good as it really looks and sounds, but, you know, I think it worked out pretty well. So these gyrocopters are on him. The Gorbel is broken. I should probably have one of them on that Gorbel to keep it from coming back. And yeah, that's looks like, oh, this is his Lord here. I should be focusing that, man. Oh, well, I guess that's the game. Most of his stuff was probably routed off at that point. So yeah, definitely a good game. And you guys can see, I didn't bring a lot of missile units because I was putting a lot of my marbles in the copters. And also, it's less for me to protect. One of the advantages that the Beastmen have is that they have all these mobile units, these hounds. And if I had more ranged units, I think it would have been a much bigger investment on my part having to defend them. So that was pretty good. And the gyrocopters cut through those Minotaurs pretty well, as well as the Slayers. So once the Minotaurs get in, you pull the Slayers from auxiliary, send them in. And the Slayers, when they also have the buff of Thorgrim, they're going to be absolute monsters. So definitely a lot of fun. Good game to my opponent, Mazet. Your Cygor definitely laid the beat down on me, and was a good time. So look forward to seeing you again on ladder. And I hope you guys enjoyed that live Battlecast. Have an excellent night, and take care.